What's good for all? How you doing? Sorry I didn't upload yesterday. All right.
I be trying to give you the benefit of the doubt sometimes, but hold on.
Birthday, so
watch that title, my nigga. Wait, Faygo never fell off. Faygo never fell off, my nigga. You feel me? He can still pull crazy amounts of... Bro, look at his songs, my nigga. You call this falling off? Niggas love using the term falling off, bro, but like, nigga, his last song literally did 284K, 279K, 500K, 600K, a mil. Bro, the nigga never fell off, bro. Come on, my nigga. Maybe in the underground, I guess, but like, bro, statistically and all that extra shit, the nigga never really fell off, for real, bro. Come on. Yeah, obviously he not getting the crazy amount of numbers he was getting during the after meet times, but it's like, come on, bro.
You know, I had to be with the fans.
That's because TikTok was heavily pushing that nigga, bro.
Swollen again. We're having mouth problems again. Nigga face gonna look like a balloon for the rest of the year.
That's just how it works, bro. That's just how it works. TikTok's always gonna heavily push out someone new all the time. Right now it's Ian or someone like that, bro. You feel me? Or somebody, my nigga. But they not always gonna push the... Bro, they're not gonna keep pushing out the same nigga for 3 years, bro. They're not still crazy pushing out Tana compared to a lot of these new niggas. No. He was like part of the 2021. They're not continuously pushing out Chris, Cash, Dami. They're not doing that, bro. The way they did back in 2021.
To the dentist, gotta figure this shit out again. But today we gonna be talking about something that I've been meaning to talk about, and I wanted to make this video because I feel like it's the perfect time and it's a good way to follow the series. You know, we had the Why Blank Fell Off series on the channel, and I want to talk about this person because I think they've overall fallen off when it comes to hype. Numbers wise, they still do good numbers, but they have not lived up to their hype by any means necessary, and that's Sofaygo, alright? Because we all know and love Faygo. I mean, regardless of the trajectory of his career, we can't deny that this nigga is one of the best artists to come out of the underground. Faygo is very talented, he makes great music, but the thing is, this nigga doesn't know how to create hype around himself and how to actually get out there and get out of that underground box.
I feel like his problem is, bro, he takes them long ass breaks and only drops a single. That's the only thing about him. When you got niggas that's been in the game for years on years, like Doo-Wop Kane, Tony Chanel, and they're not pulling as much numbers, bro, but they're working though. They're dropping a lot. Bro, Doo-Wop Kane, it was like, was it 2022 or 2023? I forgot. It was one of them, bro. But that nigga would drop so much, bro. It wasn't even funny how much that nigga dropped. I'm not gonna lie. It was not funny at all how much that nigga Doo-Wop dropped, bro.
Talking about how he overall fell off from being the most talked about artist in the underground, overall the nigga who everybody thought was gonna go mainstream, to pretty much not being mentioned in the conversation at all, besides when he maybe drops an occasional single or when they leak his music, which we're gonna get into that, so let's get into it. Now, if you don't know Sofaygo, you must not know shit about the underground, because Sofaygo is one of the most notable figures to come out of the underground in the last 4 years, 3 years. And Faygo overall was one of those guys who was always around in the underground, but people never really thought he would be the one to really go crazy, you know, because Faygo was around all the way back in 2019 making music and, you know, being in the underground scene. Of course, he was around during the time that Slay World was still a thing, and, you know, all those guys were around, and he was just always doing his thing. For the most part, a lot of rappers didn't really fuck with him. They really didn't care because he wasn't clicked up with them, but I mean, he was always there and the fans always fucked with him, you know. Faygo was always the guy who was really good and was really underrated. And as he got further into his underground career, the nigga would just get more love eventually, you know. People would start fucking with him more and really saying that he was really talented, and he would get into beef with other underground artists like Summers, Can, and the Slay World Can.
We're gonna get a Slay Faygo Club. Hey, one of the best underground disses, my nigga. I don't care.
But in 2020, Faygo really planted the seed to prove he was going to be the next nigga to take over in the underground, because this nigga started dropping bangers after bangers, especially when he dropped his album After Me, because this was the catalyst to Sofaygo's success in the year 2021, which is how we all thought Faygo would be the next nigga to be the big one out of the underground, because 2020, it was Faygo's little warm-up to his 2021 run. You know, he was dropping crazy shit that whole year and dropping good singles and, you know, good little stuff going on that year. Then, like I said, he dropped After Me, it went up, alright? And that brought us into 2021, because 2021 was Faygo's year. When I tell you everybody was talking about Faygo, and Faygo was here and there, and oh, you know who Sofaygo is, bro? Sofaygo.
He got the hype. He had the hype in his hands, and he just stood there. It's like basically like when someone passes you the ball, you finally get into the game after waiting for so long. Then once you get into the game, someone passes you the ball, my nigga, you pass that shit right back. Or like you just sitting there trying to call an ISO, running the shot clock out, and then shooting that hoe and bricking or getting the ball stolen. Like, my nigga, come on, bro. Come on, bro. It's, that was just his problem, bro. He didn't... When he got The Rock, he didn't do anything with it, basically. He did a little something. He did a couple dribble moves. But he didn't, like, full on, you know.
So he was everywhere, nigga. Off the map
Still
was his
him,
song
though.
that was going crazy that year. The
at
whole
least.
After Me album was going insane. You know,
Him
we had the
before that was
Kardashians
going
listening
insane,
to
bro.
it, and I'll play a clip of that. He had Travis Scott fucking with him, and you know he ended up going on to get involved with Travis Scott business wise. And then he had his big song, the catalyst to his career when it comes to a hit, and that was Knock Knock. Nigga, you couldn't go nowhere without seeing a bopper dancing to Knock Knock. Like, a thought was always gonna be dancing to that song in 2021, even 2022. The song was just on lock. It had the entire TikTok on lock.
It had not even just the bops. It was just fucking. I wouldn't even say not even just the dancing, snow bunnies on TikTok. It was the sports edit to my nigga, the fucking anime edits. Like, bro, it was taking over, my nigga. It was taking over everything, bro.
Like, you couldn't literally go anywhere without
Bronny
hearing that song. And it got so...
Wasn't there an edit of Bronny dancing to that hoe? Or am I tripping? And it blew up crazy. Was he actually dancing to that? I forgot.
So big, like absolutely so
All
big
them
that he
niggas
got
listened
a
to it.
lyrical Lemonade video and got 60 or 70 million views. Like, it's huge. The song is huge, nigga. It's a big ass song. And that
It
year
really
when
is,
you
bro.
see that video drop and you see everything go on with Faygo, you're like, okay, this nigga's 100% out of here. Underground, he's no longer underground. He's mainstream, all right? Faygo's the next Yeet. That was the whole discussion at the time. Faygo was going to be the next Yeet. And overall, that Faygo was going to be the one who was just going to be the best performing when it comes to numbers wise in mainstream, you know? Everybody in the underground was talking about him every day, 24/7. Nigga would post a snippet, it would go absolutely viral within the first couple hours. And everything he did was just talked about, you know?
Right, it is gay ass snippet. Wow, I loved it, but I don't know how to explain it, bro. Like, bro, at first I wasn't really fucking with it. The more it grew on me. Let's go. Let's go.
Everybody was talking about it. And then, well, as we progressed, things just started to get a little bad for this nigga Faygo, alright? Because, of course, when you're at your peak height, everybody's trying to sign you. Labels are all on your dick. They all are. No pun intended, let's sign you. And that's exactly what happened with Faygo. He had a lot of businesses and a lot of labels at his door. At the end of the day, he ended up going with Cactus Jack. Now, the thing with him and Cactus Jack is he's not exactly signed, per se, to the label. Like, he's not exactly a artist through Cactus Jack. He's just got a distribution or some kind of promotion deal with them. So, it's not like he's officially a Cactus Jack, like Don Toliver type of artist. He's just Sofaygo, a partner type of thing. Which I don't know why you would do that. I don't know if he negotiated that or what happened. But nigga, if I'm going to be an artist under Cactus Jack, I want to be an actual Cactus Jack artist. I don't want to just be some distribution deal, nigga. Just look at Don Toliver. He's the only real major artist signed there besides, I guess you could say, Sheck West, which Sheck West really wasn't gonna go anywhere besides Mo Bamba anyway. So I feel like Faygo would have flourished, bro. But once he signed this deal, things went downhill, to say the least, alright? When I say after 2021, nigga just went completely radio silent. Like, he just wouldn't do shit. Like, I remember 2022, you'd hear a little bit here and there, you'd hear a snippet. I think he dropped the one song, it was like, Let's Lose Our Minds. And keep in mind, Faygo is at peak hype at this time, so anything he drops is gonna go viral. So the nigga dropped Let's Lose Our Mind. It did good, you know, it was a good song. It was hyped up. He even took a minute to drop that after it got hyped. After that, the nigga went radio silent. He didn't drop for 2 years after this, alright? He didn't drop at all. This is when he kept teasing Pink Hearts and saying, okay, Pink Hearts
this nigga thought he was fucking Cardi and Uzi talking about whole lot of red on the way, pink tape on the way, my nigga, this, that, and the third, yada yada yada. And then it's like, bro, you don't have that hype yet, bro. You don't. You're fresh out of the underground, bro. See, Yeet was dropping album, the deluxe, like 2 months, 3 months later. You feel like, bro, nigga,
dropping soon, gonna be this and that, and the fans were just hype. Nigga, we were all hype about it. And well, he never ended up dropping that.
He can still come back. He just still doing the fucking leaving it. Oh my god, Faygo, what are you doing? Drop, nigga. He can still come back. This nigga's just not dropping. This nigga is living ghost right now, bro. This nigga is living ghost.
until 2
And we're trying to
years
do
later
rollouts
or a
and shit.
whole
Like,
year
bro,
later
you're
or
not
something like that.
that-
And this is where the fall off
not
with
that yet,
Sofaygo
bro.
started, honestly.
I feel
The
like he can really get there, but
inconsistency
he's
and
not
the lies
that
about
yet.
dropping, because Faygo would
He's just
lie
not
and
that
always
yet.
say, oh, I'm about to drop, or Pink Heart's on the way, or this and that on the way, and you would just not hear anything for another couple months. And this is really where the downfall of a lot of these artists start, is because they become inconsistent. All right, these downfalls start when you become inconsistent, and that's what happened with Faygo. And the reason Yeet surpassed Faygo so quickly was because Yeet did what Faygo didn't want to do, and that's be consistent. While Faygo was over here procrastinating and trying not to drop this album because he wanted it to be perfect, Yeet's over here dropping multiple projects a year and becoming the biggest that he ever became. So once we saw this, we realized the conversation about Yeet and Faygo was out of the picture. And that really goes to show that talent doesn't always equal success, because Faygo is objectively more talented than Yeet, yet and still he is where he is now, but I digress.
Thank you, nigga.
So
Thank you. That's a good take right there, my nigga. That's a good fucking take. Now listen, I feel like really the main thing Yeet is more talented on with Sofaygo though. He can't fucking sing. I feel like Faygo can sing. He can't fucking sing. He can do some crazy ass sounds though on his music. I don't know how he does it. Hey, I don't know how this nigga can do it, but he can do it, bruh. No one else can really do that. He can make some crazy ass sounds and it come out hard.
As Faygo continues to
I ain't gonna
lie
lie.
and hold off this album for years, people start, getting a little confused. Like, what the fuck is Faygo doing? He's at peak hype right now. Niggas are wondering what's going on. He's supposed to be at the peak of his career, and he's not dropping anything. And, well, that's exactly what went on until Pink Hearts ended up dropping in November 2022. And, well, when this dropped, bro, I kid you not, everybody was clowning Faygo. You sat here and waited for all of this time just to not drop, and when you drop, it's mid, and when you drop, it flops. And in that situation, honestly, I'll say when Pink Hearts dropped, that really sealed the fall off of Faygo when it comes to people actually giving a shit about him or talking about him. It was simply because you waited this long to drop this. Like, people were expecting him to drop some kind of fucking Kanye West masterpiece, and a nigga dropped something that wasn't even that crazy. I mean, he had all these mainstream features, and it still flopped in the grand scheme of things. I think it sold 8K first week, compared to Yeet, who had dropped 2 Alive and sold fucking 38K or 30K in the first week. So that comparison was completely out the window, and you can't even compare Faygo and Yeet now when it comes to size. And that's when everybody really, I say, turned on Faygo and started saying he fell off when Pink Hearts dropped. And if you ask me, 8K really isn't that bad of a sale for an artist who's literally just starting to get popularity, but it is when you think about if he would have dropped that at max popularity, Knock Knock would have carried his sales alone. So he really did fuck up his own trajectory simply by sitting there and procrastinating, because all it takes is a couple of drops and you're good.
Imagine that nigga dropping, isn't he teasing War 2 or something like that? Imagine that nigga dropping the first War. Like, imagine that, bro. Imagine that nigga dropping the first War after, like after the whole Knock Knock blow up era, bro. Imagine that shit. Oh my gosh, he would have been, boy, out of there.
But he didn't do that. And a lot of people blamed his team at this time, but at this time it was mostly Faygo being the one procrastinating.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I started blaming Travis Scott. I was niggas. I ain't gonna lie, I was people, bro, that was blaming Travis and all them, bro. I was like, after he signed, boom, 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 he just, I don't know, bro, but Faygo's just not taking the initiative to just press that fucking upload button to his fucking YouTube.
And the one not wanting to
like,
drop.
on,
We're gonna get into Faygo's team and where he is
on,
now in
bro.
a little bit. But after Pink Hearts dropped, Faygo pretty much went off the radar. He was literally trending on Twitter for being ass. And, well, he started just going ghost again. And then he ended up dropping. And after Pink Hearts, he went ghost for a second. He dropped 2 little singles or a little EP on his SoundCloud. And he dropped a song that ended up changing the whole discussion about him again. And it was called Yay. Alright? It was literally called Yay. And this song was fucking hard. So this brought the conversation about Faygo back a little bit. And I guess we could say Yay was the lead single to his next project, which was Go Plus. Now, in my opinion, Go Plus was good.
I forgot about the Go Plus. He did drop Go Plus, didn't he? That was an album? I thought that was like EP.
Alright, it was a good-ass project. I liked it. I think it was good for what Faygo has become now. And I overall think it was a good move because he dropped the project, had a lead single, and people were actually really talking about Faygo, so it felt like a breath of fresh air. And ever since then, Faygo's been somewhat consistent, but, he hasn't really been as consistent as he could have been when it comes to trying to bring back his hype in the conversation. But this is where we shifted to his management and why he has fallen off in the conversation and why you don't really see him get mentioned besides his fans. Faygo's team right now is absolutely fucking terrible. terrible. All right, they
Damn.
don't even try to promo him. They don't try to do anything that's gonna benefit him in the right way. These niggas don't even seem to do any sort of push when it comes to him dropping. They just drop the shit and post on his social medias. And don't get me started on how these niggas just don't really do shit. Like, they just sit there and let this nigga do whatever. And don't get me started on the many leaks we've got in the past couple months of Sofaygo alone. Just them leaking his damn music, which I just don't understand how an artist who isn't even that big can get all these leaks. And that brings me to my hypothesis about Faygo right now. Faygo has realized his career is in such a shit spot. Like, when it comes to, okay, you're in the middle, you're not mainstream, you're not really underground, you're just Sofaygo. Like, you're gonna drop it, people are gonna listen, but nigga, you're not going anywhere. Your career's just stagnant. So I think what Faygo and his team is trying to do is look at artists who came before them, who ended up being big and maybe have been in a position that he's been in. Faygo is also purposely leaking some of these songs, because you guys have to realize Faygo's team right now is not doing any chess moves. They're not playing anything. They're not playing chess. They're not playing chess or checkers. They're just playing absolutely shut the fuck up and let the fans try to bring the hype back about Faygo, because there was a time where Faygo's fans were going under every single comment section on Instagram and commenting Sofaygo and shit like that, and he was a trend on Instagram. Then they let that die out. So now I think Faygo's team is just so garbage that they're just sitting here expecting these leaks to build up hype about Faygo, when that's just not how this shit works, bro. You need to do promo. You need to do anything to get buzz, because you leaking this music and your audience listening to it isn't gonna make these niggas bring you to the mainstream or bring you to where you want to be. You gotta get your ass up and do it yourself. So I think Faygo and his team is definitely leaking some songs. They're leaking some shit, trying to see what the audience wants to hear, what they like the most.
I got faith in my nigga
calculate
Faygo,
his drops as best as
I
he
got
can.
faith, bro.
I'm gonna be real. Faygo needs to get out of this point in his career where he keeps.
I feel like he has potential to really. Oh my god, he just doesn't do it. Oh my gosh, bro. Faygo, pick up your phone. Pick your fucking phone up, nigga. Pick that damn phone up, bro. Whatever you're on right now. Swipe up. One swipe. Click Instagram. Swipe left. Click your gallery. Click the fucking song. As so. Be ready. Type a little caption. Boom, 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 boom. Be ready to post that bitch, nigga. Bro, cause like my nigga, you're not doing no promo at all, bro. You can't move like the Undertaker yet, bro. You can't do that. This nigga moving like, bro, come on. You can't move like Cardi and them.
Drop the fucking best thing ever. He needs to drop. He just needs to drop it. Faygo is that artist who is so focused on.
At least go on Instagram live every couple now and then, bro, or something like, you feel me? Show niggas like you still here. You still trying to, you feel me, connect with the supporters and shit.
Perfection that he doesn't realize. The audience just wants to hear something. Even if you drop a song that you don't think is your fucking best, it'll go crazy. And I feel like Faygo's got to stop this whole not saying anything shit for months and dropping randomly. That's not gonna do anything for you in 2024. People want to see an artist who's dropping, but also doesn't necessarily post on social media every day. The mysterious shit is still in. So if you want to be mysterious, Faygo, be fucking mysterious. But drop some shit, nigga. You should be dropping multiple projects this year, multiple singles, and building hype, buying promo. Your team should be going on promo runs, getting you on interviews, putting you in certain positions, and they're not doing that. And that's why Sofaygo fell off, and that's why he's in the position he's in right now. And it's getting so bad that his own fans are getting mad at him. They're turning on him because he's not doing anything. He's letting his career die, and he's leading his fans astray, trying to make it seem like the nigga about to do some legendary, and the nigga don't drop. He'll drop a couple singles, but he doesn't drop any actual music. And the music videos that he has, that he drops, will drop randomly, and most of his shit just gets leaked. One of his best songs recently, After Dark, had a music video and it got leaked. How the fuck did your music video get leaked? He leaked that himself, bro. All I'm saying is Faygo's just gotta tee up, because I don't know how many times I've had this conversation with Duty and we've talked about where Faygo could have been, but all Faygo needs to do is get that shitty ass team he has out of the window, because they suck. They don't do any promo for him. They don't do anything but let the nigga just crash and burn, because if Faygo doesn't do something soon, the whole comeback conversation is completely out the window. I'm not gonna want to hear nobody talk about Faygo coming back. It's gonna be chopped. But this is sadly how Faygo fell off. This was the rise and fall of Faygo, and I just hope the nigga can tee up, man. I love y'all. For all, I'm out.
Faygo could do something, bro. I got faith. I got faith that nigga could do something. I don't know what he could possibly do, but he could do something though, bro. I ain't gonna lie, he can.